Hello, time for another vlog. Yes, that's right, another exciting vlog. And hopefully this one will be more exciting than the last vlog, which actually I probably should just apologize for even putting that up. It wasn't one of my better pieces. But anyway, not dwelling on the past and moving on here. Tell you my story for today. My story for today, I want to tell you about date night. See, my wife and I went out on Saturday. Now, it was one of those situations where, you know, the grandmother calls and says, hey, you know, I've got this itch, I'd like to watch the kids. And of course, you never say no when the grandparent calls and wants to watch your kid for you. We're like, absolutely, come on over. We'd be happy to have you over. So anyway, she comes over, watch the kids, and the wife and I go out for our, you know, impromptu date night. So first off, you know, where to go, we decided to, because I had a coupon, I know, we're cheap, we went to IHOP. Okay, the International House of Pancakes. Now, first of all, let me say that I'm only moderately, you know, like IHOP anyway. Preferably, if I'm going to get a, you know, breakfast type food, I go to Waffle House. I much prefer Waffle House to the IHOP, the International House of Pancakes. Which, you know, I'm never sure why they call it the International House of Pancakes, like pancakes were some international dish that, you know, you see being served everywhere, when as far as I know that's just not the case. But anyway, so we go to IHOP, and I don't know if all IHOPs are like this, but the one we have here in our area is just awful. Now let me say, the food is okay. I mean, the food was pretty good. This was probably the third or fourth time that we had been to IHOP since they built it. But I'm not going back. And there's a couple of reasons. One, you go in there and the place is never crowded. And that's usually a bad sign anyway. If you go somewhere and there's never a lot of customers, that might be a sign saying, hey, maybe I shouldn't eat here. But no, you know, we ignore that. And you know, we got our food and everything. And as I said, the food is okay. It's pretty good. The hash browns were good. The rest of the stuff I had, the eggs were fine. Nothing super great. You know, I had a sirloin, and it was okay. It was pretty good, but, you know, nothing to write home about. So the food was fine. But what has gotten me every time we've been there is, you know, the service. They must hire from the bottom of the barrel in wait and host staff. I am serious. They must put in their ads, hey, are you out there? Have you been fired from a restaurant job? Will no one else hire you? Come on down to IHOP because we've got a spot for you. There's not a lot of people to wait on, so you won't have to work too terribly hard. Oh man, it's just awful service from everybody. I mean, just about all around. So anyway, sorry that, you know, but that's just the way it is. So we are probably not going to go there again. So that's my IHOP story. So let's see, what else do we do? Well, then we were trying to figure out what we were going to do after dinner, after we had that wonderful IHOP dinner experience. And you know, since it was spur of the moment, we were trying to figure out something to do. And normally in a town that has tons of stuff to do, it was a freak weekend where there really wasn't a whole lot to do. I think I saw like they were having the big yo-yo contest down at the Science Museum, but we decided to pass that up and go shopping, because you know what? That's what you do when you, you know, grow up and get married and have a real life. You know, you go out. And what do you do on your date night? You go shopping. That's right. And we went to Babies R Us. Okay. Now, the reason we went to Babies R Us is because, yes, my wife and I are expecting another baby. They'll be coming in a few months. So anyway, we go down to Babies R Us. And you know, I've been in there before, and I tell you, the baby stuff just amazes me, because like every new kid, it just gets more ridiculous, it seems like. We're going, and the prices have really gone up, it seems, since the last kid. You know, I was looking at cribs, and we don't need a crib because we've got a nice one, but they had, like, you know, for the real nice wooden full, you know, it was like the Lifetime solid cherry crib, $499. And I was like, $499? Yeah, Lifetime, yeah, that kid better be sleeping in that crib for the rest of their life. You know, when they're 30, they better still be using that if I'm going to pay $500. Yes, I know, I'm cheap. But, you know, and I've said that way too many times, the strollers had gone up. What we were there looking for was a new swing thing and a stroller. And we were probably going to get a double tandem stroller, because we will have two ones that are stroller size. So we go and we're looking at the strollers, and you know, they're ranging, they're like a couple $100 for a double stroller. I'm like, good grief. I think the one that we were looking at was on the lower end, probably $125. We didn't buy it because we didn't have the money for it, but you know, maybe somehow, somewhere we'll come up with some money to get it. But I was surprised that they have the Jeep Liberty stroller. That's right. Jeep, maker of fine off-road automobiles, has had about 2 or 3 models of off-road strollers available there at Babies R Us. And I'm thinking, my goodness, you're really trying to approach that guy market, aren't you? Yeah, I'm going to buy my baby a Jeep stroller, and I'm going to push him all around the woods. Ooh, and got the little lights on it. Ooh. Okay. I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm not taking my baby up the side of a mountain in a stroller. If I am, I'm probably going to pack him, you know, in one of those back or chest carriers and hike him up there. But this was, I mean, it had big tires and all your accessories that you might find in any type of, you know, redneck off-road vehicle. I was totally shocked. And then we were looking at swings, and you know, we were trying to just find a swing, and now they all got like gadgets and, you know, little things hanging down from them, and lights and sound, and you know, it's like massage chair swing. And I'm like, look, all I wanted to do is move back and forth. And you know, we finally were able to find a couple, but why all the stuff? And it's the same thing with the toys too. You go over to the toy section, and you know, they even have a classic remake of the Red Ryder rocket, little rocket car, and it's got like, and it lights up and sounds. Even though it's designed retro, it's got lights up and sound. Now I know the original Red Rocket cars didn't have any electronics, lights, or sound effects on them. You know, because, you know, I had toys back then. Whatever happened to the good old days where kids learned to make their own sound effects? You know, my 2-year-old goes up to stuffed animals and presses on their hands and pushes them. Make noise? Make noise? The ones that don't make noise. And you're going like, ah! You know, just pick it up and go, rrr, rrr, you know, with the stuffed animal. Or take your little plane and go, shh. You know, the kid has to learn to make their own sound effects. Yeah. Alright, this video has probably gone on about as long as I can take it. I got some more I could have added in this, but I hope you enjoyed my quick story. Have a great day.